Hello internet friends, I'm Kai and we're going to review a song called Bulls on Parade. It's a cover from Rage Against the Machine and it's done by Box of Rules. That's a really nice name. So we're going to read a little bio here before we start and let's know a little bit more about this artist. 35 years old, had a few projects in the past but never worked out. This is a new project where I've really analyzed myself, my failings, my sound, and what I care about. I know people who have died in the Ukraine war and other global catastrophes while our leaders fight culture wars. As such, rally around the family with a pocket full of shells from Rage Bulls on Parade have never felt more relevant. However, Rage is such a hard band to cover without it sounding like a karaoke. So I completely deconstructed and rearranged the song with a whole new instrumentation and energy. That's pretty cool because yeah, Rage is pretty hard to cover and I do totally agree with that. The band artist itself is called Box of Rules because I'm an autistic ADHD that has a phrase I've often used to describe my life experience. The band crucially has no guitar, like Royal Blood is 100% bass guitar. That's interesting. Although this track does have a Theremin solo, that's awesome. The arrangement is two-piece drummer plus bass vocals. I always like that Royal Blood are doing, but the sound never felt full enough for me. I thought, funnily enough, we are both Brighton-based bands. That's pretty interesting. This is the first release, and I have an original coming out later in August as well. I'm going to be waiting for that original one. I do remember this song. I'm not a very big fan of Rage Against the Machine. I do enjoy it, but no, I'm not the biggest fan. I do know a couple of songs, the names of some members of the band. I do really enjoy their music. They are probably a little bit too politically charged to my taste, but I'm more an electronic musician, even though I play guitar or whatever. But that's me just being honest before I listen to this cover. But yeah, the comment of that Rage is difficult to cover without sounding like a karaoke band is totally true. I do agree with that. So without much further ado, I'm gonna grab my trusty headphones and let's check this interesting take on Bulls on Parade by Box of Rules. Before we dive into the music, Box of Rules, nice logo by the way. I did really love the logo. It's interesting. Yeah, this is a really nice cover. I can't believe that solo was done with a Theremin. I know it has a whammy because that's a signature by Tom Morello, the whammy. Going into the solos, into the guitar, but this is a Theremin. It's really interesting. Also, it's really interesting. I'm pretty sure that's a fuzz pedal, not a distortion, a fuzz on the bass guitar. That's very awesome. Sounds dense and powerful. I do really like that. The vocals are pretty awesome, have the energy, remind me of Zach. I remember it's the name of the original vocalist from Rage, and have that vibe, but it's not like a clone trying to sound in the same. It has the same energy, the same vibe, but sounds strong, and I do really like that. Let's go with the negatives, but I wouldn't call that negatives, but it's like I feel like it's lacking some brightness, and it's sounding a little bit boxy. And no pun intended here, even if the band name is Box of Rules, it's sounding a little bit boxy. I feel like I'm lacking some height. Probably the distortion of the vocal is eating some height. The cymbals were like, they weren't shiny enough in my opinion. It's like sounds kind of boxy, like everything is on the middle, probably missing some sub bass. So it's this boxy sound when you are lacking a little bit of sub bass and a little bit of the high end, but it's not something that is bothering me that too much. I mean, sounds great, the energy is there, the feeling is there, I was vibing with it, and that's more important than any technical crap that I usually talk about. But I mean, my reviews are based on my technical knowledge, but I also have to recognize the message behind the songs, how enjoyable they are, and yeah, sometimes you have to let go the technicalities and just vibe with it, and that's what I just did with this cover. I'm going to be expecting to listen to the original coming out in later August by Box of Rules, because it sounds pretty nice. I did really enjoy the instrumentation. I did really enjoy the energy. The Theremin solo blew my mind. I can't believe that's a Theremin. Let me verify here, because yeah, the Theremin solo, I can't believe that was awesome and was pretty enjoyable. So yeah, Box of Rules, pretty nice work. I did really enjoy this cover. I'm going to wait for the original. Probably if you are still in the recording phase, look up of the height a little bit. The sub bass I think is nice. It's not lacking that much, but yeah, we're going to please be more careful with the mix. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, really nice cover. The energy is there, and I hope you keep this energy with this project and smash it really hard on the scene. Thank you for sending me this. I did really enjoy this one. I'm not a really big fan of Rage or covers per se, but this was a pretty good one in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for sending me this, and I hope to see you on another video. Bye.